Hello Saviors and welcome, my name is Seivar24 and today I'm going to be playing Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Now, I have seen some gameplay of this game before and it looks absolutely hilarious. Absolutely frustrating, but hilarious. It's basically a game where you're in this cauldron, and I mean, I don't really need to explain it by this point. A lot of people have already seen it and seen speedruns and all that stuff. But you're a guy this big old burly dude who's in a cauldron, and you have to use this hammer and massive amounts of physics, as well as according to a lot of other people, wonky controls, in order to get over a big old pile, like mountain kind of deal going on here. And now I have absolutely no idea how hard it is, but I do know that if you make one wrong mistake, you have to start all over from the beginning. And I've seen so many people rage over it. It is hilarious. But at the same time, I probably won't rage over it as much as they do. So this is the guy we play as, and I have to use the... Yes, this is what I gotta do. I gotta use this hammer in here in order to get this guy in the cauldron to move around. Like, whoo, woo, whoop, whoop, woo. This is... He's kind of just wanting to do his own thing a little bit, isn't he? Ah! See, like that. Like sometimes you don't even really know what he's trying to do. Okay, so let's get the hammer aligned down and... Okay, let's get it right here on top of this... tree. Nope. Let's get it on top of this tree. Now go that way and lift up. No. Yeah, see this. Now I'm starting to see as to why they keep on saying it's wonky physics. The wonky physics with the hammer, just the controls are so freakishly oddballish. Okay, is there water in the?
More intense than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute.
Oh
You
man.
won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red, but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Don't regret and come back. I'll be here.
Okay, sit your little butt down. So that's Bennett Foddy, and I like the little music that they got playing for this as well. So I gotta just hit it.
All right.
Whoa,
Thanks for
okay.
coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. And don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so... Oh, no. See, that's the problem. Nothing's more frustrating than starting over. And people hate it when they have to start over in this game because it means that they lost all the progress that they made, and they have to just...
It's a homage to a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hiking.
Yeah.
The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products.
Oh, and that's exactly what this is a polished product. That's exactly what he was going for, was to create this exact same kind of experience. Like, this is not a polished project, this is just something to make you frustrate your mind over. And I understand the physics of the game already, but at the same time...
In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act
Like
of
now.
climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
Like that, I almost lost everything right
When you
there.
start sexy hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in sexy hiking is real.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Lot of progress.
Not really.
That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
Now I just lost even more progress. See, no! See, that's exactly what I was talking about. Like, you make one tiny little bitty mistake, and you can easily lose all your progress. And now I see as to the controls don't seem that bad. What am I missing here? I was missing a lot. Like, I was able to see all of the frustration that these people were having, and I understood as to why they were frustrated because of all the progress they had just lost, but at the same time, I didn't understand why it was so hard. Now I'm starting to understand. The controls aren't that polished off, really. Yeah. This part seems to be my weak point right now. Okay, so let's just get the hammer over here. Yeah, there we go. Now just pull yourself. No, pull yourself in. That works, I guess. Okay, now. That's exactly what I was planning to do too. Is just knock myself off the rock with the hammer and then push myself right here onto this little ledge. Ha! No. Okay, let's get ourselves a little closer. There we go. A little closer to this rock without like pushing ourselves back down the hole. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why do you keep slip sliding all over the place? I wonder what the fastest speed run is on this thing. I've seen one speed run only, and it's like 3 minutes long. It's like not even 3 minutes long. It's like, how did you get through this? I've seen a lot of people struggle to get through this, and you're like speed running this crap. Why did you go over that way? All right. This is going to be a mess. I mean, not quite what I was expecting, but okay. No. Yeah. Okay. So wonky a physics. The upper body strength on this guy. Okay. That's actually a good spot to be at because I can actually propel myself towards the rock. The upper body strength on this guy, in order to wield the hammer with such force, has got to be immense. Oh no! Ah, wait. Actually, let's try that again, shall we? Yeah, there we go.
Sexy hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easy. I already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
Oh, jeez, that was not a good one.
In world, you're building with ideas, and that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
I mean, that makes sense to an extent. Like, sometimes things are made a specific way and you can't really change them, otherwise you'll have to change, like, the whole thing. Oh, how did I pull that off? I'm not entirely sure, but it worked better in my favor. Okay, so let's... Oh, well, crap. Apparently this is, like, the most famous part of this entire thing is the devil's butt crack or something. I don't know what exactly people call it, but... I mean, it's who knows what this thing is called? Like the actual given name that people have made this thing. It's what are you doing? Really? Really? You're gonna do that with me, huh? All right, this works. I can deal with this. No, okay, maybe not. I can just kind of tink it, but I can't really do anything else with it. Okay, now just slowly. Yes. No. Whoa. There's water in this cauldron. I'm surprised I'm not done spilling all the water because there's actually water in the cauldron, but I can't quite empty it out. That's not good. That's not good. This is probably the hardest part of the entire map. Ugh. But at the same time, yeah, this is kind of what he was talking about, like the whole difficulty thing. Like, I couldn't make myself to remove it. I felt like it was more about me failing as a player and not as a builder. You might want to rethink that, Bennett Foddy, because nobody likes this part of the course. Yeah. Okay, now just stop it with the immediate stuff all of a sudden. Ah, I almost had it. Not even entirely sure how I did it the first time. This is probably going to be the trickiest part of the course. Ooh. I got myself a little wedged in here, but I need to kind of just... Okay, there we go. Whoa, no. There we go. Not quite where I'm wanting to be. This is an odd spot to be in. Oh. Ah, dang it. I had a good one right there. I don't know what I was trying to do in order to get further up, but I was somewhat doing it. Oh, crap. Ah, this is the hardest part of the map. Stop sliding backwards. I'm not frustrated yet. I'm not frustrated just... Now set yourself down. Hoist up. This obstacle right here is really annoying. No. That worked. That worked well. Okay.
You've done this part before. You know it's possible. Just do what you did the first time.
I don't know what I did the first time. On top of that, I really didn't do it before. So what are you talking about, Bennett? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. I'm wedged in again. I wedged myself in so many times, and then every other time I've managed to do it, The first time I managed to do it was a great deal of success. Now every other time, I just can't seem to pull it off right. There it is. Okay, I got it now. This time it's not just me wedging myself. I actually got the lantern. Okay. Okay. Oh, jeez. Stop just running all over the place. Just go down. Thrust up. Now I need to pull myself up. Okay, perfect. Now I just need to do the same thing. Ooh, made it. And I gotta be careful here too, because if I hit the wrong angle, I'll just simply go bouncing all the way back down. No! 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 Like that! Now I gotta start all over from the beginning. That's the frustrating truth about this game, is that if you fail just once, you gotta start pretty much all over from the beginning. Stand right about here. Put your butt on the ground. Fling yourself up. Swing your hammer. Not in the left direction, but towards the right direction. And then swing it upwards quickly so you can grab the light post. Then fling yourself up from the light post. Grab the other one. Fling yourself. Well, I said fling myself, but apparently I was just going to nudge myself up. But you know what? That works too. Come on. Come on. Yes. Yes. Okay, now just sit my booty. Nope. Don't twist and turn. Just sit your booty right there on the point. Perfect. That's fine. You can tilt a little bit, but not too much, all right? Now, we're going to hoist on up. Get on up this rock.
People have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds.
Okay, I know what he's talking about. A lot of times people will play a game and they'll feel like, oh, this is going to be a fantastic game. We can't wait to play this. It's going to be absolutely amazing. But once they get done experiencing it, it's like they'll never touch it again. And it's like, what happened to that game that I liked so much? And if they try to go back to it, it won't be the same as when they like first played it. It's that not loss of it. They'll get that sense of nostalgia, but they really won't be adamant about playing it once again. There are a lot of games that have a lot of replayability, but even then, once you get done with all the replayable factors, people will be like, this is old and boring now, I don't want this, I don't really care for this. I know, I've had that for quite a few different games that I've played throughout the generations. I've played many different games throughout my entire life, and every single time, it's like, oh, I like this game, but I'm not going to want to play it anymore because the context of the game is already familiar to me. It's consumerism. It's the way it's built. It's just a matter of...
Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash, but only trash culture. B games, B movies, B music, B philosophy.
You mean like the ones you're spitting out at us now? The B philosophy? Though he does have a point about what he's saying, he is kind of ranting on about all that stuff, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, you're ranting on about all this, about how the games are and the way they're made, the dynamicism between them all, but at the same time, he's like just spouting up a bunch of philosophy at us. Jeez, it's really hard to get those tight nicks, aren't there? I was able to get up the butt crack of the mountain, but now I'm having trouble getting up the side of a demolished building. Oh, come on!
The vertical wall here has a way of getting it harder the more times you try it. I think anger makes you swing the hammer harder, and that can push you away from the wall.
No, it's just sometimes he likes to just push himself away from the wall for some reason. 15 minutes I've been at it, and I have had made little to no progress at this wall. I managed to get up to the top once, and then it was like, now what? And then, of course, there's simple times when I make a mistake like that. Okay. I think I've had just about enough. If I can't get it on this next attempt, okay. I think I'm pretty much done trying to get over this little part for tonight. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it here if I can't do this while I'm doing my outro. But this game is really difficult. Apparently, it's what he's calling a B game, which are meant to be difficult in various aspects, and it's all a matter as to trying to overcome these hard traversities. And I thought the devil's butt crack was supposed to be the hardest part about this game. Nah, this vertical wall is also pretty challenging. Every time you try to make an attempt on it, it seems to get harder and harder for whatever reason. And I managed to get all the way up to here, like, every time, but then I have trouble getting past this point because I, like, slip off and stuff like that. But then this is a really entertaining game in its own right. Very, very challenging. Doesn't have a lot of action going on about it, but it is not a lot of storytelling, not a lot of depth to it. It's just a matter as to, this is a game that is meant to be overcome, deal with the challenges and all that stuff. It's just a game that's absolutely, it's all about trying to get over the frustrations. It's about getting over it, so to speak. But I obviously can't get over it, no matter how much harder I keep trying. So I'm probably just gonna go ahead and end it here, with no progress being made towards the end of this video. And this stinks. I'm having all kinds of difficulty just trying to get. Every time I try to get up there, I just bounce off. But anyways, that is going to have to be everything for today. Just get up, please. No, thank you. Anyways, that's gonna have to be everything for today. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Leave a comment in the section below, check out the Discord channel, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care, saviors!